Well, as the ANC holds the provincial and regional conferences in the lead-up to the national conference in December, speculation about the contenders for party president have increased. Some of the known contenders include current party president Cyril Ramaphosa, Lindiwe Sisulu, David Mabuza and Dr. Zweli Mkhize, although it is unclear whether he will contest for deputy or party president. Former ANC MP Sizani Dlamini-Dubazana, who has been working on renewal projects in the province, is the latest to join the race, supported by a branch in the Mzala Nxumalo region and her own branch in KwaDambuza, Pietermaritzburg. She joins us now to tell us more about her moves. Mam Dubazana, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us. I think let's start at the beginning.
Thank you.
You know, with the speculation that is surrounding, this, the notion that you may in fact be contending for party president. Are you in fact intending to contend for party president in the ANC?
Indeed I am, because the branches have asked me to do so.
All right. Well, that's a fair enough answer. In the language of ANC members, the branches have nominated you, and your answer to the call is indeed yes. I think the next question would be, what is the message that you'll be running your candidacy on?
It basically is to say why I accepted. It is because of the concern from the branches, where they've realized that what was resolved in the Nazareth, it's not taking off and it is not being implemented. What we see, we're seeing like the organization from all what we have gained up to thus far, we are regressing, we are going back. And as a result, the South Africans are losing that hope and the trust to the organization itself. This has been proven by the ANC losing its power, mostly to the provincial, to the local government election. So the branches said to me, Mam Dubazana, it's time that you go back, you understand the ANC, you understand its policies, because you see, as the ANC, policies of the ANC, they are to be implemented by the government, because the government is an ANC-led government. But when you look at it right now, it is not the way it is supposed to be. Taking for an example, the National Development Plan. The National Development Plan is a long-term vision, and we use the medium-term strategy framework, which then has to be done for a period of 5 years, where you do the plan for the 5 year. And within that plan, those objectives, those priorities are to be achieved. Looking at what is happening, the 2019-2024 medium-term strategic framework, you realize that actually there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing, because that framework was supposed to talk about the pandemic. We can't just behave like things are normal when things are not normal. The long-term vision, which is the 2030 vision, it's supposed to be aligned with that medium-term strategy framework, which the president has actually just signed. But you look at what he has signed, it's empty. There is nothing, and the branch are so concerned. They are saying there's redundancy, there's poor service, there's just no performance, there's poor service delivery.
These issues being raised by the branches, particularly around, the organization's regression, issues around the loss of electoral support in key regions that have, previously, that the ANC has previously enjoyed substantial amounts of support. Would you say that that is a direct criticism of the current crop of leadership in the African National Congress?
Indeed.
And so there's no mincing of words there?
Not at all, not at all. Because if you are mincing, it means we're not honest with ourselves. As ANC, we have done, actually the branches of the ANC, they've never lost the focus, but the leadership and the present administration, they've totally lost the focus to what the ANC believes in, to the policies of the ANC, and it results to what we see right now.
Well, talking about the policies of the ANC, that ahead of policy within the organization. Jeff Radebe, in fact, recently briefed the media yesterday on the party's policy documents ahead of the policy conference in July. Part of those issues mentioned was organizational renewal, the concerted effort by the organization to, in fact, renew itself from the inside out and emerge as a new party. Are you saying that those goals, those objectives are in essence hollow at this point and nothing that we should be taking seriously?
I can't say they look hollow, but what the branches and myself believe in is that we go to conferences of the ANC, we take decisions, we adopt those decisions that they are to be implemented, and nothing happens after that. So to look at what the policy documents that have been prepared thus far, whether it's Comrade Jeff Radebe or any other person on the economic part of documentation, the question is what we are saying, the country, the communities, they can't see it. It's a more of a documentation than of actual doing it. South Africans, they want action. South Africans, they want change. They want to see things. They've been reading and reading. It's more like a rhetoric. That's what South Africans are saying, and that's what the branches of the ANC are saying. They're saying, why are you behaving like everything is normal? I will take you back to, like I'm talking about the policies of the ANC. You see, they talk about, one of the policies of the ANC, they are saying it's radical economic transformation. But actually there's misinterpretation and misunderstanding of that. What the branches of the ANC said in that sectoral commission, they said, the leadership, especially those that are being deployed in the administration, they need to act, they need to adapt to the radical manner of implementing economic policies. We are concerned that you are not radical enough by changing the life of the people. Taking for an example of what is happening and what is we are talking about right now, the 22 million rand. Really? When we are sitting, government, rightfully so, said all the artists must go home and stay at home because of the pandemic. That was right. But now you are having in your budget, sitting with so much money. Have you ever thought about those artists? So somehow the administration is losing the focus from the needs of the country. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that the brand of politics that you would be bringing to the table? A brand that is more radical in its character, in its nature, and how it operates?
Indeed. Because that's a policy of the ANC. Whatever that you do, it must people-centered. It must involve the people. People must participate. We must take people first. We must take the country first.
All right, I want to go back to the speculations around your candidacy. Well, it's no longer speculation. You've confirmed that you have in fact been nominated. But alongside a lot of the sort of observations that have been made around your candidacy is the fact that you are a known Zuma ally. Mm-hmm. And this is not a title or a name that you have previously shied away from. Mm. In fact, you've proudly proclaimed that he is a former comrade in arms, and you were brought up within the African National Congress school of thought that encourages one to always be there for your comrade. Do you not think that that may hurt you in your candidacy, given some of the negative perceptions that South Africans have regarding the Zuma administration and his tenure as president, as former president of the Republic of South Africa?
Indeed, I don't think that will ever hurt my standing or my acceptance of what the branches believe in, because even the very same branches, they've been working with the former president, Jacob Zuma. And you're so right, Comrade Jacob Zuma is my former commander-in-chief and my president, and as such, as a person brought within that kind of a respect, how do you then, if your father has done something wrong and people, they allege he has done something wrong, do I have to desert the father because there's somebody alleging that he has done wrong? I will never do that. But people, they don't understand that it was not about him per se. Former President Jacob Zuma he put some policies in the country that were actually affecting the minority group. And as a result, he were to be alleged to be corrupt, his administration corrupt, and when you look at it, they did not talk about his administration. They specifically attacked him as a person. And if you look at what is happening right now, you will see that the very same opposition and the other people within the society, the members of the society, they are saying the present president is clean and the administration must be removed. So there's no consistency on the assessment of a standing president in that particular point in time.
All right, Dubazana, we are going to have to leave it there. I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we do have to leave it there. That was former ANC member of Parliament and the newest candidate to join the ANC presidential race, Sizani Dlamini-Dubazana.